Okay. My name is Thomas Newsom. I go by TJ. I did 15 years in prison. I just got out on the 29th of August. Uh, as soon as I got out, my son moved in with me. He was 16. Um, I got a job immediately. I have other jobs in line. I love dancing and singing like a crazy person, and I'm really big on my family. I spend good time with my friends, and I usually just walk around and try to be motivational and inspirational to people. I think being happy is kind of my core thing, but it's all about perspective in this world. So I'm just a happy kind of person. I was released from Westville Correctional Facility. Uh, but I started at Michigan City, Indiana State Prison, in Michigan City. I was there for about 12 and a half years. And then I leveled down to a level 2 and went to Westville. And then while at Westville, I was there for about close to a year. And I leveled down again to level 1 and went outside the fence, yet still inside the fence of Westville R dorm. And that was very surreal to me. Michigan City, I just wanted out of there so bad, and then I leveled down and got to Westville and realized how bad I'd rather been back in Michigan City. The more I leveled down, it seemed like the more privileges I lost, and the more I was restricted, and the less opportunities were available. In Michigan City, there was programs, classes, and you can be part of different organizations, and you can work with different nonprofits and help do this, raise money, and host these events, and just always something going on. And then Westville was just like, here's a deck with like 90 people. You guys sit here and have fun with that. So my goals is to get a better place of employment, my own vehicle. Um, I just kind of am more ready for this next stage. It's hard to put what goals I have because there's so many of them. I have long ones, short terms. It's just I'm just ready for the next opportunity, man. I think luck is just about preparation and opportunity presenting itself. So I think that's what my luck boils down to. I just prepare for it, and when the opportunity arises, I take advantage of it. So right now it's just I think the car is the next necessary thing, and finding a job where I can work my passion and help people would be the best. That's what I'm really out there looking for. Other than that, my very realistic goal is to just keep making it day by day with the same mindset I got right now, and the same attitude, and just stay positive and make people laugh, and motivated, and inspired, and have hope. Help people tap in that potential within themselves. I think it's the most important part about being a leader. I think I'm a natural born leader, always have been. I think a true leader, what they possess is the capability to see the potential in others and help them see it to themselves. So that's more just my goal, because I know no matter what else does or doesn't happen, whether it's related to a goal of mine or not, if I keep that going, all that plays out well for me. But I've set my life up to be that way. I don't need big things to be happy. I don't need money to be happy. I just need to handle my responsibilities and help people, and I will be perfectly fine. Where I am now, uh, I am
Okay, now you can go right up there.
in this surreal spot where I'm extremely like happy all the time, and even when I get bummed out, I'm happy I get to be bummed out. Like
Perfect. All right.
life is not perfect, and getting out, everything is not smooth, and there's constant struggles, but I just feel so happy that I get to experience it. Like life is mine again. So I'm overall happy, but I just have these moments where I just feel the weight of the uphill battle continuously, and the judgment from every person that you encounter, or from every job interview, or from what you are told you can't do. And then I still try to go do it, even though, like, if there's places like, oh, we don't hire felons, I'm like, well, I'm about to try to get this job anyway, and I'm gonna just try to talk to you, and when you meet me, you don't like me. And then they love me. Everywhere I interviewed before I got this job, I'm talking managers, assistant managers, hiring managers, like, they loved me. And I would nail the interview, and we'd just talk, and then they would do a background check, and then I'd get an email or something. They're like, whoa, hey, discharge me. I know, man, but I'm still like, the dude you were talking to is me. The charge isn't me. There's a difference. So that's why I'm blessed that I got an opportunity here. They let me just show them, and I have a very big support system, massive. I have a lot of family. I have a lot of friends. I have a good network of all kinds of people from all kinds of walks of life. It's strange to be gone for 15 years and come home. Some of your friends have moved on to careers that you just wouldn't see, but it's awesome. One of my best friends, Timmy, is a detective. It's like, he was my neighbor my whole life. Like, we stayed the night. So it's just kind of like, well, two opposite walks of life here. We did that, but I'm really good at networking and dealing with people, and I help people a lot. And I like to use social media. Uh, Social media it puts me in tune with a lot of people, man. And I think the coolest thing is I don't do anything extra on there. I just speak my opinion or things, or tell them what I'm doing that day, man. And people hit me up. I tell them about my recovery, everything. I get people from the randomest places in the world hitting me up, asking me for help or advice, and all my friends hit me for advice. My family, it's just such a blessing because it's who I am and who I've always been. But it's also a heavy weight at moments. There's moments where you're like, oh, I just want to kind of disappear from everybody. It feels like life isn't all mine yet. I'm still on parole. I have to work this $10 an hour job, and I come in and work super hard all the time. I just have a lot going on, and it's just stuff I have to do. But I do know one day complete freedom of choice will be mine, and my life will be completely mine. So now I just take advantage of everything I see that I can. It's like, it's amazing. It can be 2 o'clock in the morning, man, and I get up and I go outside and I go on a walk, and it's amazing. I went and laid down in this field like 2 weeks ago, like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, this big baseball field, like multiple baseball fields. I just went right in the middle and just laid down in some dewy grass and just looked at the sky. I was like, I'm free. My dude called me from prison too at the time. He's like, what you do? I was like, bro, you won't believe this, bro. So I just know how to take all these little wins and blessings, and I don't take none of it for granted, man. Getting to be with my son. I'm in a really, really good place. I'm just acutely aware of the reality of my situation, though. You got responsibilities. The Goodwill Second Chance program, they're awesome. They're awesome, man. They would definitely put your foot all the way in the door if you come to them. They'll give you all the resources you need and help you out. But it's like, man, there's not a lot of support for us, and even the ones that are supportive, it extremely is dependent on your charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very different, and to have a conspiracy to commit murder charges, it's so hard. And then you have to. The most frustrating thing is getting out and you have to register as a serious violent offender. Now, even on my case, no one was harmed. So for me to register for 10 years as a serious violent offender, when I've already done 15 years, I'm already a Class A felon, and my life is difficult enough. But to be on that registry, you're also on a shared registry list because it's the sex offender and serious violent offender registry. There's like red dots and blue dots that tell the difference in which one you are. But when people look it up, all that pops up is the sex offender list. So on my background checks, it's like sex offender list? Yes. So I have to call and dispute that and talk to him. I've had to go down there and talk to the dude who runs it here in this county. He's like, bro, I hate that you should not be on this. But I had apartments deny me. Like, whoa, you can't live here. They're like, no, bro, that's not what's happening. And it's just so much more frustrating. It's just such another layer of unnecessariness. It's just, I don't get it. I do understand how some people will feel. I'm so lucky and blessed with the support system I have and the mindset I have and the perspective I've had. And if it wasn't for all these hitting off of each other at all times, I can't imagine where my mindset would go. Like, I have them little thoughts that pop up in my mind, and I can't imagine if I didn't have those three things going on, that is probably what I'd fall back to, those thoughts. And for the people who don't have that, I see people now, it's just like, I sympathize so heavy. Like, I don't blame them. I understand there's people like, oh, well, you made the choice to do. It's like, if you deal with a life that has made you feel like these are my options forever, and then you are constantly given these false hopes and promises of, oh, well, just do this, and all you gotta do is do this, and oh, these people will help you here. Don't worry, people hire felons, and oh yeah, it's all good. Housing, you got that, yeah, dude. But you're not there when those truths become, or those lies be like that messes you up. It's like, yo, I thought I was gonna be able to get a job. You know? And I thought, sure, I was gonna be able to get a house. I thought I did one time. I thought I paid my debt. And it makes people want to just kind of tap out or get away. And people will run, people will get drunk, people will get high, people will do all these things that seem so self-destructive, but you can only take so much from somebody. And I just see people like that now, and I sympathize. So it's why I go out of my way to help them or speak to them. Here, I'm downtown, so homeless people come here all day, every day. I look out for them constantly. I get them cigarettes, food, drink, clothes, hats. Last night, one dude came here when I was getting off work. I was like, man, do they got any like hats and lost and found? I was like, I checked, but they didn't. I was like, I'll be back. I just went and bought him a quick winter hat real quick. I don't know. I seen a group of people downtown by the bus station, and it's like, I was driving by that morning. It was so cold that morning. I just seen them, and I just turned around and went to them. I was like, excuse me, y'all hungry? Y'all want something to eat? They're like, oh, yeah, please. So I walked that whole block, because there's a whole block. I walked the whole block and asked who all wanted something. All of them did. So I got in the car. I went to McDonald's, and I bought all of them sausage, egg, griddle, and 2 bottles of water each. Brought it back to them. It's just like, because I can. I have these opportunities, man. I take advantage of them because I know what it's like to be down. I know what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like to be an addict. I know what it's like to be involved with abuse, neglect, homelessness. I know like prison, convict, gangs, drugs. I know it. Now, even though I'm aware of this other walk of life, and I can put myself in the midst of it almost like a chameleon, like it doesn't. That's where my heart is. So when I see that, I know what's going on. And I know that life ain't always fair, and the world can be a not fair place, but it's only because of certain individuals, man. And I like to be that little thing in here, in this world. It's like, we exist. you can join this crew. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be all over and down, but when they feel that way, man, it's important to have somebody. So I think it's more of a, we need more groups. We need more people to be involved with each other. Will programs and stuff help from, housing to food to work? Absolutely, that make it so much better. But in the meantime, in between time, because you got to set up so much and do so much and work with all these companies and organizations to do that, one thing that can be done with ease is setting us up a group where we talk to each other and let us be the ones to run it. Let us talk freely, like a NA or AA type group setting, where anonymity is the thing where we come in, man, we can talk for real to each other. We can, whatever networks you got going on, I can plug you in with. Whatever one I got on, I can plug. And we can build off that. That's what I want to do so bad. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I want to get this up with Sam, this little mentoring program here, man, because I know the role it can play. And it's such a small thing, but it's extremely powerful. Because if everything ain't going right for you, but you got somewhere you can go and talk to somebody about it, that'll get you through it. So I think feeling alone and like this struggle is your own struggle and you're the only one going through it and nobody gets it is the worst part of it, because that's how I feel. It don't matter. I can be in a room full of people. I can be in my house with my brother and my son and with my grandma and this and that. But sometimes I just sit back and just like, none of you have any idea what's happening with me right now. You know what I'm saying? I can walk down the street and just like, I see people, I'm smiling, I'm waving, I'm talking, but still in my mind, I'm just like, y'all aren't even aware how blessed you are. You have no idea. So people always ask me, bro, how are you always so happy? Because it's what I choose to act off of, bro. I'm not always happy. I'm not always in a positive mindset. But I make the choice to live off that and to act off of that. Let my actions and reactions be based off that principle. I'm not going to do it in the negative one because I know where that leads. But being alone and feeling alone sucks. So the reentry can use a lot of improvement. The resources coming out, man, I feel you have to have so much going on to get to stay in tune with all these resources and go on these lists and show up at these days and these times and go through these processes of it's complete chaos and it's not realistic to your real life. Like if I'm just getting out and I got something I do have going on, but I need this resource, but that resource tells me I have to do this and this and this in order to have that resource. But now the thing I do got going on, I can't really focus on because I have to do this in order to use this resource because I need that resource. So it's like picking and choosing your battles, but it's not like these luxurious things. It's like, I just like need transportation, food, housing. These are the necessary things I have to have, and I shouldn't have to pick and choose between which one or do this in order to get that. So I think a simpler process and a one-stop shop process, and maybe this one is a crazy one, but man, having it set up for you like before you get out would be nuts, right? Just walk out and you already have it lined up, so you just walk out and it's there. That'd be great. I mean, while you're just sitting there doing nothing all day long anyway, it'd be cool to prep for your life outside. Their reentry classes in prison are legitimately a joke, and they do not care, and they give you out-of-date information, wrong information, and they'll send you on a wild goose chase. And I just think they could make it much simpler. I think you could have it. Don't give me information on the way out the door. Like, hey, here's a packet. Good luck. No, let's set this up. Let's have this going. So when I walk out this door, I have it. Then once you're out, man, just all that hustle and bustle and running around and doing this. Mm-mm. Like I did food stamps, and to get the food stamps, are like I'm out here filling out child care. I was filling out child care. It's all I did all day was I go around and just fill out child care everywhere. But they're like, oh yeah, well we need you to come in here like once or twice a week. And we're gonna give you assignments, and you gotta fill out job applications here on this computer so we can mark it down. And if you want to get your food stamps, like, bro, do you think I want your $290? Do you think that makes me excited? I don't. I do that all day long, and now you're telling me like, well, we won't give you food stamps if you don't come in here. Now, I don't care what you got going out there. You need to do 40 hours of work a week for us, the way we want you to do it. If you want these food stamps, like, but I'm already out here doing that on my own, trying to. That's why I came to you, so I had a little bit less to worry about. But instead, you've added to my plate. It was like, I don't want your food stamps. You can kiss my ass. I don't. And it's like that for so many of the resources they offer us. And, they will bounce you around and do this and that. And you're there to assist me, but you're not. You don't take my life into consideration. You see me as some name on a piece of paper with a number, and just nothing. I'm just something to process. And whatever my real life is, we don't care. If you want what we got to offer, you're gonna do what we tell you. I don't care about you want to go pick your son up from school or what's that mean to me? You come and you're gonna do what we're gonna tell you. You're not gonna take the good things out of my life, then I'll just make it shake, which is what I did. But I'm lucky. I don't want to say an anomaly, but man, I know a lot of people, and not everybody's that fortunate to have the people that I have in my life. So I was just extremely lucky. I had the support with me while I put in the work. If I thought it would have made it easier for me dealing with these resources, but they just made it more difficult. So I went the more hard-headed route. Like, I'm not going to deal with any of you, and I'm going to figure this out. Lucky I had the opportunity to do so, and it played out right. Thankfully. I also didn't leave any options in my mind for it not to. I think perspective and your mindset, your mentality determines your reality. So I know I'm going to succeed. I know I'm going to be all right. I know I'm going to get a job. I know I'm going to eat. I know I'm going to get a car. I know. And then, like that first 3 weeks out, I got 3 weeks, month, I got an apartment, a job, my license, just everything, just handling business. But I was up all day, every day, because I barely slept at all. I probably sleep like 3 hours, and I'm up and on the move. I can't even sit in my own apartment, so I don't even know why I have an apartment. I sit there and go, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do something, anything. I'm not gonna sit here. Cool. There's like a whole life and world out there, and I'm gonna